Bam Margera has taken to Instagram over the last couple of days, and it's evident that he is unraveling, guys. He's unraveling before our eyes. I'm not sure he hit the what is it called? You fell off the wagon. Like, he's totally drinking, and it's in our face. And I guess he's not so much of a private person, but he is known for like reposting like memories. You know what I mean? Yes. Something. And so if you look at this pattern on his timeline, he's putting blasting on people. He's like calling you out.
He had 50.
Because I'm fucking with you, you idiot. Okay. What are you, a fucking moron? You think anybody can do 50 shots of tequila?
Listen, your word,
you
man.
got out of your goddamn mind.
That's your word, my brother.
No one can do 50 shots of tequila. You'd be dead.
I know that, yeah.
So you believe me? You should be fired if you believe me.
Yeah, like I said, man.
You should be fired if you believe me.
Yeah.
No one can do 50 fucking shots of tequila, you idiots.
Can you get off the plane and lie about it?
Yeah, because I'm already off the plane.
Yes.
I told you I had one drink, it's true. And then I tell you I have 50 shots of tequila? Who can do 50 fucking shots of tequila?
I hope nobody.
You believe that?
Yeah, I did.
And I told you I bought 500 beers, and you believe that fucking too.
No, that's where I drew the line. I was like, this dude is obviously lying. Yeah.
Oh, so you draw the line that I drank 500 beers.
That's where it was at for me. Okay.
For stuff, if you're in his life and you serve no purpose and there's repetitiveness to your relationship, he's putting you on blast that you are only a time spacer. Now I'm putting that in my own words, but you can go back and read his post.
That is what he's saying.
Absolutely.
Specifically, he's attacked about, from what I can count, 4 different people.
Right.
Including an
AA. Like, there's a person that actually... Yeah,
an
okay.
Airlines, the person who checks you in and stuff.
Right. No, I'm talking about like an AA. Alcoholic Anonymous. You know, whenever you have a sponsor, it seems like he's talking to a sponsor in one of his posts. Like, you get paid really good to, you know what I mean, to do what I can never do what you do all day. That guy seemed like his sponsor.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
You talk about sobriety. You don't talk about anything with sobriety.
Right. So that's what I got out of that message. Huh. But he actually went on and on and on. So I'm assuming that same guy has been in there, you know what I mean, his go-to guy. And if you don't, and that's, that's another whole topic, you know what I mean, on how you're set up with people that just aren't helpful. Because in situations like this, I'm only pointing that out because in situations like this, he's evidently drunk. Yeah. And he's, you know what I mean? He's backpedaling.
His drunkenness.
Absolutely. But also, if you notice, a couple days ago, he posted some stuff with the Dunn boy. So I'm kind of thinking that he's reminiscing, he's missing, and now he's going through it. He probably does this every year, and we just probably miss it.
Oh, yeah.
And him getting into the limelight again. Maybe he's doing this for publicity. Because, a lot of people start a lot of shit just to go, oh, okay, meet me here. We're going on tour now, or whatever the case may be.
It is looking, it really doesn't look like it.
No, it looks hurtful.
He's putting
more
a blast
hurtful than
on
anything.
His ex-wives.
He got mad at his mama and his wife.
His mom.
His mama evidently has moved funds from his account. He goes online and he tells her, it's my money. You said you were going to, give me my money by a certain time. And then he, insults her by calling her a sloth. Like, and so a lot of people came back and, of course, bashed him for talking about his mom. Because that's just, she's always been there. It doesn't matter what he goes through. She is right there.
Yeah, he even posted a clip of him screaming in her face. Mm-hmm. And she's, sending it, taking it.
Right. Well, actually, he had described how his friend set him up for, to experience death. And he won't forgive him for it, but his mom was in that clip. I didn't quite understand that in the beginning because it changed.
Yeah, someone
it's like a video
in the comments that he gotten so high and drunk and whatever to where.
Can you imagine how many times that she has to experience that?
Yeah.
Oh, so anywho.
So this is an ongoing problem for him.
Yeah, and so another thing, he went live there at the airport, as we mentioned earlier, and I'm assuming that he had a couple shots, then over-exaggerated and said he had 50-some shots.
Yes.
And
which actually correlates perfectly with something someone said on Twitter where they posted, where they ran into him and said he was taking back shots for about an hour.
Right.
So that kind of makes sense. That, no telling how much he actually pushed back.
Oh, didn't he?
Because it ended with him getting into a fight with the manager and pushing that person over and the manager. So So he was a mess.
Yeah, I think it's and now that you say that, I'm at first I was kind of thinking that guy was just leaning towards gaining followers, clout. You know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
I was thinking that too. But then you look at the time difference, and Bam didn't start posting about all this until 4 hours ago from when we're filming this video.
But he
and
could've blacked out.
And that screen cap of their conversation about that altercation with Bam was 14 hours ago.
Right.
So it perfectly correlates.
Right, it correlates. Yeah, exactly. So it does it falls all together. My deal is, though,
but Bam is the one posting the footage late. You know what I mean?
And who knows?
10 hours later.
Okay, so I didn't see that post that you're talking about. Did he at Bam when he wrote that?
No.
So he didn't know who it was?
At first, they didn't.
Okay. So they just
said they thought it was some emo white guy.
No, okay. And so, with that being said, I just don't understand. But like I said, if I follow his timeline, I know that he's in his feelings. He's in his feelings about a lot of things. He was reminiscing, and I don't know if he's staying drunk. I can only just think that we're just, how sometimes it takes a while for it to surface and become viral content. With it being,
this hasn't hit the
being
news
14
yet,
hours ago,
but it looks like
it's
he's
just
been
now
having
gaining
this
numbers.
breakdown for a while.
Right.
So
Oh, speaking of, he did
Very
mention that he'd
surprising.
had a breakdown, and he's attacking his mom for treating it like Philly's loss is what he stated.
Yeah.
In other words, it's just I don't know.
That seems to be what he's upset about all the time. It's other people not responding to his feelings the way he wants them to.
Yeah.
That seems to be the root of his
Well, you gotta also think. You know what I mean? I was a big Bam Margera fan whenever I was younger because we got the same initials, and so I used to follow him all the time. MTV, the Jackass, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And
he was syndicated on every network.
And he was on
it.
Yeah, and he's got lots of brand deals.
And all the brand deals.
Right. And so with that being said,
which he did bring up in these rants,
right,
proving to everyone around him that he's better and has made it a lot further.
I think what he's basically trying to do is say, I worked my ass off to get everything, and I took care of all of you guys, doing it along the way.
Yeah, he was.
If he wants to cut up every once in a while, I should be able to do it. Now everybody else has to put up with him. So you have to, draw the line. You can't keep enabling them and just smiling and nodding and saying yes. You know what I mean? They get tired of it.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, if he wants to get drunk and this relationship's over, there's so much more to Bam. And as far as emotionally, he's always been that person everyone wants to be around because he's a wow factor. Now that he's getting a little older, he's chilled a bit. I know that, the social light hasn't really been on him. You know what I mean? Like it was when he was, between 15 and 20. So now I'm thinking, you would think that he's done settled and grown in his feelings. But this right here proves that he's not. Now, if this isn't a publicity stunt to kind of, promo whatever he's got coming up, then I'm thinking that somebody needs to take a deeper look into what's going on with Bam, because whether he cuts people off or not when he gets mad, because that's what it looks like he's doing. He's getting mad and just cutting people off.
It's funny that you say that because, don't forget about the comments left from former members of the Jackass crew.
And they did say that they've been trying.
They're trying to help him.
But
and everyone, you even see that on the last time he was on that family therapy.
Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that.
It was a couple. He went for a couple seasons.
Drew.
Yeah, Dr. Drew, and then also the woman. So, in both shows, he had so many different breakdowns during that process.
Yeah.
He's clearly not all there. I'm not sure if there really is.
It's not about him being all there. I think
I'm gonna just lay it out there. I don't think there is a clear path to recovery for him.
Look, I look at Bam and I go, you've been a spoiled kid. You've been an outrageous. He's like a Jake Paul before there was a Jake Paul. Okay?
Yeah.
And he got noticed for it. He's not all that attractive, but with him being as brave as he is, he got fans everywhere, and girls were just fleeing for his ass. You know what I mean? He was popular. He was popping, and he kept content up. But what I'm saying is, through all this, you would think that after all this time, he'd have some kind of mental growth. The boy has always been in the spotlight. So he doesn't know anything else but to be the it child. And that's it. He's got his mom in him. Do you know what that looks like to us? Stop breastfeeding, bruh. Separate. So he gets married and he tries to, justify that, he is a separate entity from his mom. And it's like, but it doesn't matter. Every time you get mad, you start running your mouth. You know what I mean? And you're right back in the spotlight looking like a child again. I want him to grow. I want him to grow. Stop all this. We don't need to know everything that happens in your house, where you did your chick and why you did your chick here. Like, that's just ridiculous. And you would think that as a woman, too, she would draw the line and be like, we're not kids anymore. You know what I mean? Don't tell your fan base where we had sex. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And this kind of behavior, out of all places, airline is not the place to get drunk. You can't do that. That's public. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna drink, go home. But right now, he's got to do the Comic-Con. Is it Comic-Con? VidCon. It's one of the comms. And so what I'm saying is he's traveling. He's staying drunk the whole time. He's sobering up enough to just represent. Other than that, Bam's done fell off. Right after this meet and greet over the weekend, he's going to be busy Saturday and Sunday. And so here comes, and we're going to hear some more stuff Sunday night. There's got to be an update. So yeah, y'all stay tuned for that. But Bam Margera is putting everybody on blast. Not sure if this is really like a red flag, because like I said, his timeline is going in the past. It's so depressing to see him talk about people that he's lost. Ryan Dunn specifically, that's who I was talking about. There's some footage where he's reminisced on that. So just my personal opinion, how I see it, he's reminisced and he took it back a little too far. It was something that you can't control. It's like a trigger. You know what I mean? You see a certain face and it just takes you back to what you're missing today. Especially when you try to be revamped. You know what I mean? You're still a celebrity. You're still taking off, but your buddy's missing. Like, I can see
on something you built with that person that you lost.
Now, I'm sorry that I had to go all the way around it. Whenever it comes to like personal emotions, you have to really take a step back and go, this is what you've been doing. This is what you've been going through. This is the person we know of you. But on another note, whenever you get depressed and stuff like that, he doesn't know how to act. So he acts out. You know what I'm saying? But if he actually had someone to sit down and go, you know what, dude, I really miss Ryan. He would probably pour out and say, you know what, dude, that's what the fuck's wrong with me. You know what I mean? And that's what he needs. He needs somebody in his life that's experiencing the same pain.
He did that on the show.
I understand that, but who to who? Other than his mom, to who?
That therapist. But it didn't help.
I'm just saying.
It didn't help.
I know. Can you imagine how many times this guy has been intoxicated and actually, you know what I mean? Like, I was going to say had premonitions, but whenever you vision someone that's not there, it's more and more painful. It's terrible when you turn to alcohol. That is just like putting a sword inside something that's already dead. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any other way to explain it. But again, I'm sorry I went all the way around it. I'm just saying, it would help for him to, this is my vision. I think that he thinks this is my pain. Nobody else feels it like this.
Oh, yeah. And
that's where it's coming from. No matter who is going to sit there and act like they relate, you don't feel it like I feel it. So don't compare, and that's what it is. You're never gonna be like Bam. You can't act like Bam. You can't make it like Bam. Bam has always made it real evident that there's not another me type person. You know what I mean? And what I feel, you don't feel. And don't sympathize with me. There's no way that you could. That's his deal. So when all that self-centeredness and that ego starts to shrink a little bit, he needs to humble himself. And he's got a whole 18-month-old. You know what I'm saying? Settle down. And learn. Actually, start over, Bam. You got this baby. Get on the floor and crawl around with him a little bit. Explore what it's like with a new life. You know what I mean? Build new memories. I don't know what else to say to this kid. I know that, like I said, I've grown up with him, but he's not always posting. If he does, he's starting to do it here in the last, week to get my attention. The stuff that's getting my attention. Okay, I'm thinking about this last week. Not the whole timeline of Bam. No, let's go back a week to what's centered on this airline incident. You know what I mean? But I know that whenever he went live with it, moments have already passed. So, you know what I mean? He was sober enough to do that video. I don't think he was drunk at all whenever he was actually talking to that guy. that's when it started hitting us. 14 hours later, come on, guys.
I think he filmed it in his camera roll and then posted it later on.
Well, it was evident he edited it because he straight said I had this whole thing.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to upload it all on that website.
Yeah.
So, or on, Instagram. So, yeah, everybody keep bamming your prayers. I don't know what's going on, but, it's really sad. I mean, we all lose people. Some people get over it faster than others. You know what I'm saying? And either way it goes, it's not like feelings can't be revisited, and that at that point, it's about how you deal with it. Unfortunately, he's feeling this way, but fortunately he's still working. You know what I mean? Through it all, he's still pushing, he's still showing up to his gigs, he's still trying to secure the bag.
He's still promoting in the middle of all this.
Yeah, but as far as the arguments with his mom and his wife, those are people you have to go home to. So go on and, you know what I mean? Before you sever it, sew it up, girl. I meant sew it back up. Look.
Yeah, mend it.
Right, mend a relationship with the people that are never going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All these people, your sobriety coach or what have you, those can be replaced. You know what I mean? But not your mom and I don't know nothing about your wife, okay? But not your mom. She's always been there. She's like a ride or die. And I'm just assuming that that's her baby. So yeah, I want to hear what you guys had to say in the comment section below. Also, if you have not subscribed, please do that. Also, sign up for notifications. This way you know when we upload our next video. Thank you guys for watching.
Here on Mouth TV, covering the latest in headlines, drama, clout chasers, and breaking news. We'll see you guys in the next one. If you guys have a topic you want us to cover, go ahead and drop that down below, or go ahead and tell us what you think of this whole video we just now talked about. Margera losing his mind on Instagram. Or if he's just expressing himself, whatever your opinion may be.
Is this just him? Are we always going to expect this out of you?
But, it is catching a lot of people's attention, and ours especially, too.
Not only that, he may have another therapist reaching out for a show. You never know. Look, Zeus is on the lookout for some drama.
Yes, Zeus does need more celebrity shows.
Yeah.
Margera and others are pretty much clout chasing right now and have a lot to say. Zeus, go ahead and pull out them dollars and make it happen.
I would love to hear what he's been going through or what he's been through with the MTV cast and crews. All that. Drop it. He ain't scared to talk. I want to hear it. I'm here for it.
Speaking of MTV, maybe there's an exclusive agreement that he can't leave MTV with the reality show.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? You never know what the contracts hold. Anyways, tell us what you guys think down below of this whole situation.
Yeah, if you made it this far, slap a 10 in the comment section. That's always
nice.
Slap
a 100, slap a little emoji. We'll see you. See you guys in the next one.